Alright, my football family, the weekend is already here. You know what that means? Drama, goals, and money in the line. Before you place that slip, hold up, because in this video, I'm going to give you my top betting tips and predictions for this weekend. Matches in the English Premier League and Italy. And this prediction is based on stats, not random guessing. So stick with me till the end of this video, because I will give you a Bible story that will remind you why patience and wisdom leads to victory. Hi everyone, welcome to Winning Sleep Daily. I'm your friend Mosewa Mkota, and on this channel we talk about predictions, football analysis, and winning betting strategies. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends who want to start football betting journey. And make sure to turn on the notification bell so that you cannot miss my future weekly predictions and tips. So let's try to dive into this weekend's actions. So we are going to use a platform called SportPesa for our predictions. Now we have Burton versus Blackpool FC. When we look at these two teams, Burton are in great form at home, and Blackpool often struggles defensively when they are away. And remember, Burton is playing at home and Blackpool FC is playing away. So my tip here, Burton is welcoming Blackpool FC in their home. So my prediction here is that you can bet over 2.5 goals and both teams to attack. Burton rarely go goalless. So here, if you can bet BTTS or both teams to score, I think you are on the safer side. Now the predicted score is that Burton will have 3 and Blackpool FC will have 2. Now number 2, on the weekend's Premier League that is going to play is Fleetwood versus Sweden. Fleetwood defense is solid, but Sweden always creates chances. But both of these teams are hot teams. So you can bet on both teams to score. Or if you have a single strategy, you can bet on Fleetwood Town. The predicted score for Fleetwood Town versus Sweden Town is 2-1. The next team that is going to play tomorrow is Accrington versus Bristol Rovers. Accrington's home form is incredible, and Bristol Rovers are unpredictable away. Anything can happen. So here is a tip. You can bet over 1.5 goals or both teams to score. Or you can even take double chances. You can bet on Accrington or Bristol Rovers, either 1 or 2 to win. Port Vale versus Wycombe Wanderers. Wycombe Wanderers performs better away, and Port Vale struggles with consistency but performs better at home. Over 1.5 goals can do. Both teams to score can also do here, and predicted score here is 3-2. Another team that is playing tomorrow is Cambridge United versus Barnest FC. Now Cambridge plays best when they are at home. I have done my analysis and found that if you can bet for both teams to score, you are on the safer side. And you can bet also on over 2.5 goals. Now this weekend looks so good for goals, markets, attacks. Avoid mild slips with more than 5 games. Instead, play singles or doubles. Now let's head over to Italy. Now the first game that we'll be playing tomorrow is AC Lumezzane versus Provecel. AC are unbeaten at home, and Provecel rarely score away. So if you can bet over 1.5 goals, I think you are on the safer side. So the predict score here is 3-1. Another matches that will be playing tomorrow is Triestina Calcio versus AC Trentino. AC Trentino has got strong defense, but Triestina can counter faster. Now here's the tip. You can bet over 2.5 goals. You have AD Ceuta versus CD Leganés. Now AD plays attacking football, while Leganés often open up. So on these matches, if you can predict over 2.5 goals or even both teams to win, I think you are on the safer side. But remember, things can change because the ball rolls. Now let's talk about Cordoba FC versus Deportivo La Coruna. Both sides love attacking football. So here is the tip. If you can bet on both teams to score, yes, you are on the safer side. Let's talk about CD Mirens versus Burgos FC. CD Mirens defends deep but can score on set pieces. So expect goals from Deportivo La Coruna and CD Mirens. Even the best prediction means nothing without a good strategy. So my friends, let me give you a betting checklist for this weekend, which is of 15 to 16 November 2025. Don't bet with emotions. Research first. And strictly bet on 2 to 4 games only. Don't add a long chain to your betting slip. This one contains more risk, and definitely it is probably going to fail. You can easily lose your bets. I've done my research and I came to realize long time ago I was only betting with 1 shilling and I was betting on over 25 games. So I was sleeping expecting to get a congratulation message from this betting site. But the following day, no message, no nothing, because only 2 to 3 teams failed me. So from that mistake, I learned a great lesson. For me now, I can only bet on 2 teams. For example, if Manchester United is playing with Liverpool, or maybe Arsenal is playing with Chelsea, I can only bet on these 2 teams, and I can only stake with small amount and stay consistent. So let's take an example. This weekend, if CD Mirens is going to play with Burgos FC, I can bet both teams to score. That's my first bet. Then I can move on to another game, which is about Cordoba FC versus Deportivo La Coruna. I can maybe take a double chance and then say team A or B to win. Then I stake a small amount of money. So what am I meaning? Always have a budget and stick on it. Remember, betting is about discipline, not luck. That's how smart bettors win long term. So before we close, let's finish up with a Bible story of Goliath and David. That is 1 Samuel chapter 17. Everyone thought that Goliath was too big to defeat. But David didn't focus on the size of the giant, but he focused on his faith and preparations. He used the tools he had, a sling and 5 stones, and aimed carefully. That is how you win in betting too. Not by chasing impossible odds, but by using your preparation, wisdom, and self-control. Sometimes victory is not in the biggest odds, but in the smartest strategy. So those are your weekend's predictions and tips for date 15 to 16 November in 2025. So if this video helped you, please subscribe, like, and share with your betting groups. And comment below, which team do you think will surprise us this weekend? I'm Mose Wamkota, and this is Winning Sleep Daily. Till the next time, God bless you. Bye.